Hey guys, so we're going to do this month's Q&A. Got a bunch of questions lined up, so let's get right into them. So the first question is from Jean. She's asking about vegan breakfast ideas, and there seems to be some great suggestions already by others on the thread, like oatmeal, granola with plant-based milks, scrambled tofu with potatoes, which are pretty much items that I eat regularly here at home. So I think one thing I would add would be fruit smoothies, some juice in the morning, maybe once in a while vegan pancakes or waffles. They aren't whole foods, but they taste so good. The second part of her question is about soy, and I'm sure you guys have heard all the controversy about soy, but things like whole soybeans, edamame, tofu, tempeh, soy sauce, tamari, these things are not going to hurt you. I mean, people in Asia have been eating these for many years, and they have some of the lowest rates of disease and cancer. And most of those soy products, especially tofu, they're not fermented. I know it's a bit anecdotal, and I plan on doing a whole video on soy, but if you choose to incorporate soy into your diet, then I'd say go more towards the less refined stuff. But soy is not essential. You don't need to eat soy just because you're a vegan. But I wouldn't worry about it as much as the people that are telling you to eat meat and dairy. Does a vegan diet lack in nutrients like B12? So it all depends on what that person is eating. Are they eating a whole food plant-based diet? Are they eating fortified foods? Are they eating vegan junk food? There is no one vegan diet, and that's why it's hard to answer this question. But if you're centering your diet around whole plant foods, then that's going to provide you with basically all the nutrients your body needs. And you can argue that yes, you may be able to get B12 from raw foods or certain vegan-friendly foods, but they're not reliable. So I definitely recommend supplementing with B12. It just takes care of such a small little problem, which can be serious, of course, but I made a whole video on B12, so if you guys want more information on vitamin B12, check out the video. The next question is about cycling training, and that is, this person does not live near hills. And so they're wondering, how can they stay fit as a cyclist without having any hills or mountains around? Now, I live in a pretty hilly, mountainous area. I live right on the Appalachian Trail, but I did live for about a year in Florida where it does not get any flatter than that. And so I've experienced both. And I mean, hills and mountains definitely help for you to stay fit, get the sweat going, get your heart rate up and all that. So they're definitely good. But if you don't live near mountains and hills, the next best thing to do is to go against the headwind. When you have a wind coming towards you, that resistance kind of resembles of what it's like to go up a mountain. It's not exactly the same, but it sort of replicates the same situation. And the great thing about flat areas is you can keep a consistent power all the way, because mountains, yeah, you can keep a consistent going up, but you know, it might flatten out a little bit, and then there's a descent, and then it goes up again, so it's mixing. But with flat, it's consistent all the way. So you can keep a nice power output, and that's a great way to do it. So if you have a power meter, you want to look at your power readings, but just put a nice power output there on the flats, and you can even meet up with local cycling groups, clubs, teams. There's always somebody better than you, and that's a really great way to train, is by just riding with people that are better than you, because you're going to have to work for trying to keep up with them. So yeah, there's really all sorts of little strategies that you can use on the flats. There's definitely solutions for people that don't live near mountains. Emily on Facebook asks, what do you say to people that say you kill plants? Plants have feelings too, right? Nothing, because I don't talk to crazy people. Seriously, like, how can you compare the feelings of an animal to a plant? Like, nothing in this world, you cannot live through life without consuming other life. That is life. I mean, that's how things work. You have to take in this world to make it. unfortunately, whether you like it or not. Welcome to Earth. So yeah, if I have to take life, would I rather take it from something that bleeds, cries, and screams and tries to run in order for me to eat it, or do I eat a plant? And if people really believe in that argument, then they should stop eating meat, because cows are one of the biggest consumers of plants, and I can bet you they eat a lot more than humans do. Do you think smoothies are healthy? Absolutely. I cannot live without banana and berry smoothies. I love them. And the great thing about smoothies is they have the fiber and they have all the nutrients and parts that a whole food would, as opposed to juices where you actually have to take away the fiber and you're just left with the liquid juice. Now the thing about smoothies is they are still liquid, so yeah, it's not as good as eating a food in a whole form, but yeah, I definitely think smoothies can be a part of a healthy diet. So this is a question in response to that video I made about pasta recently, and they're asking how much pasta is too much. And so what I'd say to that is, pasta is not a whole food. It is a processed food technically, so it's not as good as eating a whole food. You guys have heard me say this over and over again. But the biggest problem with pasta is what you're eating it with. That's what that study was kind of pointing to. If you're eating a lot of meat, dairy, eggs, a lot of fat with your pasta, then yes, it's not a health food anymore. But if you're eating pasta with vegetables and a low-fat tomato sauce, then that's it. That is healthy. And so how much is too much? Well, you're the deciding factor. I always recommend people eat as much as they want, and that's the beauty of this whole food centered diet. You get to eat as much as you want until you're full, and you're less likely to overconsume when you're eating low-fat, plant-based meals. And as long as they're more whole food based, so that's why I'm saying add the vegetables, add the tomatoes and all that good stuff. But just in general, when you're comparing a whole foods diet to a diet that, everybody else is so used to, the reason why they tell them to restrict their calories is because they're basically not responsible eaters. And I hate to word it like that, but that's basically what it comes down to. If you're eating good, healthy food, right? If you're eating healthy food, then there's no reason why you should restrict yourself. Why restrict yourself of something so good? So eat as much as your body desires. I think that if you train a lot, your body's going to want to eat a lot more than somebody who's sedentary. But regardless, I'd hate for somebody to go to bed not feeling full, satiated, satisfied, and just staying up all night and thinking about food. So they run down to the pantry and get something unhealthy, which shouldn't be there in the first place, really. But what I'm trying to say is just it's about quality of life. You want to have a diet that you enjoy, that you feel satiated, and you're not really thinking about diet anymore. Then you're actually living the lifestyle. So yeah, if you guys have more questions, hit me up on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram at Bananiac, and you guys can leave your comments down below as well. Give this video a like if you guys want more Q&A videos, and I'll try to do them at least once a month. It's been working pretty well so far, so I think I'm gonna keep it up. And subscribe for more videos on the vegan lifestyle, nutrition, cycling tips, all that good stuff. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you in the next video.